Hey everybody. Right, let's get going. Today's been really good actually. I woke up, was supposed to go and do a split shift today. And I was thinking, for God's sake, I've not been able to get a vlog done because of the hours that I'm working. It was just getting really irritating. And just as I was thinking, right, I'll have to do a vlog on my break, I got a phone call from work saying, oh, do you want to start at 5? I'm like, yeah, okay. So, I don't start work till 5 now, which means I can get out, make a vlog, have a ride. It's awesome. And what I'm going to talk about is one of the best jobs that I've ever had, just for the stuff that used to go on there. If you've ever worked at a petrol station, I'm sure you'll remember it with fond memories, because things happened in petrol stations. It was always quite chilled. You had sort of the same people coming in and out, so you got to know people really well, and that was really handy actually. So I got to know some recovery drivers and stuff, and you know, a few free cups of coffee here and there gets you an awful lot. But I mean, some of the stuff that happened, I mean, I started, this is going back, when did I start? It was a Texaco, and I started out as a sales assistant for that year, and then started training up, and eventually I was the assistant manager. But it was just the best job that I think I've ever had. I mean, it wasn't the best paying, but I was young and it paid me what I needed. In fact, I was earning more money then than I am now. So it doesn't show that it was a very good paying job. It was just I'm getting paid really badly these days. But yeah, there was a few things used to do. Oh, actually no, I'm going to explain to people if they don't understand how petrol stations work, because some people don't seem to understand this. When you pick that pump up, someone has to look at you. They have to make sure that you're old enough and you're filling up the right type of container. So if it's a jerry can, it needs to be a proper one, not just like a 2-litre drinks bottle. And also, they have to make sure that you're not insane. And I'll get back to insane people and why this is so important. And then they press a button and the pump starts. And there is no physical way for the garage to put extra money on. If you think how much fuel costs, of like a penny's worth, it's not a surprise that we go over a penny, because I've been shouted at and called a thief and told that I had a peddler and I was adding pennies onto it. This guy was so angry, and I just said, look, it's 1p. I will give you 2p of my money if you really are that angry about it. And he was like, oh no, it's not the point, it's theft. I was like, no, it's not. It's just you held the handle a bit too long. And what's really funny, actually, I've just said that, is I've just seen an old guy who used to come in the petrol station when I worked there years ago. He was the nicest man you ever met. He used to cycle in every day to get his paper. And I haven't seen him for years. And I wondered how he was doing, because he's not the youngest of chaps. I've just seen him and he's fine. What a coincidence. Oh, it's windy as hell today. Getting to the stupid things that happen when I work there. I mean, you know, I was saying about, I'll get back to crazy. Yes, this is 100% true, and it happens regularly at different places. Crazy people are attracted to petrol stations. They're like moths to lights. They see a petrol station and are like, oh, there's people there. The fuck has this got to juddery? And they get attracted, and I have before now gone to start a pump, looked round to find a woman stood there with it like that in her mouth. I was like, no. Call the police. Crazy woman on the forecourt. But you have to be really careful with things like that, because you do get crazy people coming up and you get people doing stupid things, like people trying to jump start cars next to petrol pumps. Another one people do actually is that if their car's on fire, they pull into petrol stations. I'm serious, they do. Oh, I've got a problem with my car, it's on fire. So you pull into a petrol station. Wow. You are amazing, lady. And it was a lady, so I'm not being sexist. It's windy, oh so windy, 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 windy. Oh yeah, some of the stuff we used to get up to, it was brilliant. One night we changed the, you know, you have it's called a pole sign. You have the sign that's got all the prices on outside the garage. That has no relation to anything other than it. You just put a price on it. You got a little pad and you just dial the price in, and it shows it on the screen. I may have accidentally put it on diesel to £9.99 a litre just to see what people would do. People drove in, filled up, came into them and was like, "What the hell? Is that really the price?" And you're like, "Oh no! Sorry, I must have hit the wrong button when I was setting it up." No, it's just it's the normal price. It's the price it was on the pump that you agreed to when you picked the pump up and started using it. And they're like, "Oh, okay, that's alright." I'm like, "Yeah, sorry about that." They go, next one comes along. Oh my god! It was so much fun. But there's crazy things happen in petrol stations. Like, I'm going to show you a picture now. This is really an old picture. It's shit. It's of a camera phone at night, so please excuse. But if you can imagine, without the flash or whatever I've used on this, I think it was a flash on my phone. It must be pretty good considering it got that far down in the bushes. But you'll see. I went out after hearing a very loud bang into the forecourt, and I thought our air compressor had just exploded. The tank had ruptured and the whole thing had exploded. Went back into the shop and was like, "God, the fucking air compressor's exploded. That's really dangerous. It's lucky that didn't happen when someone's filling their car up or something. Tyres up." Well, no, because when I went back out there, I noticed that car, there, yeah, that one, in the background, down in the hedges, some old woman had pulled away from pump 1, a good 20 feet, straight through the air pump, and carried on into the hedges. She was alright, she was shaken up, I looked after her. We got some people down to recover her vehicle, and as it turned out, they knew her very well, and it was the third time they'd done it for her in the past couple of years. So, that's when you know someone should stop driving, really. But just, I look back on that job with really fond memories that I don't have with any of my other jobs, and especially not this job. I don't actually know where I'm going. I'm just going for a random ride because I can. I've been given the day off. It's like, well, yeah, the daytime off. This is like the bonus ride. Ooh. Look, 3 bikes in a little convoy. That'll be us soon. 45 of us. Me at the front, shitting myself. Let's get on this way. I might go up the hill actually, just for the hell of it. Oh yeah, something I do need to mention, kind of all over the place with this vlog today, but never mind, is a big thank you from my sister basically for all of your birthday messages. I didn't think that many of you were going to say, like, happy birthday to her, but virtually everyone that watched the video did from the looks of it. But thank you, that was really nice of you. Oh, actually, no, there is one actually. Oh, the best story from the garage I've completely forgotten about till now. This is so long ago. And forgive me if I've ever told this story before. I've been questioning whether I've told it before, and I think I've just been thinking about saying about it, but never actually did it. Which was to do with a drive-off. Now, if you don't know what a drive-off is, literally someone goes to the petrol station, fills up a can full of fuel, and doesn't pay for it and leaves. But yeah, this guy had come in with a 20-gallon jerry can, you know, the metal ones. And the time before, he filled it up with petrol and left with it. And no one really realised what happened to it, looked at the CCTV, and he got away scot-free. Only a few days later, though, I'm working, and I'm coming out of the office, and I'm looking across the sales system that's just authorised a pump. And there's a guy right in the back of the garage with a jerry can. This time he's putting diesel in it, and I'm thinking, I don't like this. Why is there a guy at like 10 o'clock at night filling up a jerry can full of diesel? Something, no, I don't like this. So I just, I kept an eye on him, and he started looking up and looking really shifty, and I was like, right, that's him. It's him. It's the one who did it before. I'm going to get this little bastard. So just as he looks down, I start running out of the shop, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do when I get to him. I suppose I'll just grab him. But he looked up just as I started coming across the forecourt, and if you can imagine this all in slow motion, there he is filling up his jerry can, looks up and he sees me, 6'5", a bit heavier than I was now, bounding across the forecourt towards him. He shit himself, which is only fair, to be honest. And in his sort of rush of trying to put the diesel pump back on the pump, which is a good thing, because the amount of drive-off people that just drop them on the floor, it's like he actually did care. I don't think he was a professional at this. Well, anyway, well, probably not a professional. Because what he then did was ran, and he was trying, as he ran, he tried to do up the top of the jerry can. You know, it's one of those, the pressed steel ones that you have to like go backwards and forwards. It's quite a tricky little thing. That guy really put me off then. Yeah, no, it's quite a tricky thing to do if you're in a rush. And he's running, so he's run with it. I'm still running behind him. At this point, I'm like only about 10 feet away from him. He's running. There's diesel sloshing around inside this 20-litre jerry can, sloshes up, shoots all over him, all up his side, covers him. I'm like, that'll fucking teach you. But it gets better, because I kept chasing this little motherfucker, and he ran and ran until we got towards this car. His mates open the door, he chucks the open can of diesel, 20 litres of the stuff, into the back of the car, jumps in after it, they screech off, never to be seen again. Do I care that I didn't get there, Reg? No, I don't give a shit, because his interior, or his mate's interior, would have been fucked. Can you imagine dropping 20 litres of diesel inside a car? Ah, it must have been horrible. Made me laugh though. I'm sorry if the wind noise is really bad, you might have guessed by now. It's windy as hell, which is why I'm suspecting there'll be no one up at the hill. But we will see, won't we? Go on, there's no one behind me. Go on. Go on. Oh fuck, there's two of you. Screw you. I'm not waiting for two of them. Oh, actually. Yeah, just guess where you're going, yeah? How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Not a lot. But it'll do. Anyway, people, I'll catch you next time. Now, it would appear that I'm going to be leading the group onto Hailing, and there's going to be at least 40 of us if everyone who says they're coming is going to come.